Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And it almost feels like we were destined to get to this point. The top two seeds of the college football playoff have survived. They've been on a collision course all season long. They've come through the challenges and the distractions, and now they'll fight for that beautiful trophy. As we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the UCLA Bruins, taking on a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down here for this offense. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. That's a solid gain, moves the ball to 29.
This is exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
A pre-snap motion from the offense. Handoff to the back. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
It's 3rd and 6, a challenging spot here on the opening drive. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. The pass is intercepted. And he's got some open field ahead. He's at the 50. Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
Sometimes that primetime game, the whole nation is watching, brings out some extra energy, some nerves. Maybe the quarterback is feeling that a little bit. I did not expect him to throw a pick, especially on the opening drive.
He'll hand it off. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Here's the handoff. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka, Tyrone Wheatley, and Leroy Horde. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Receiver makes the grab. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
2nd down after that previous play. The back's got it. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Tackle, but first down.
Well, that's a good, hard, tough running there to get that first down to keep this drive alive. Early in this game, the offense really asserting themselves. They're not thinking about a field goal. They're trying to put this ball in the end zone.
The Wolverines moving quickly down the field here. Handoff here from the shotgun. Only a small gain. We're now looking at 2nd and 9.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
And this one is right through. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0. We come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the UCLA offense takes the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Takes the ball and heads to the left. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. Important 2nd down play coming up. They're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Here's a screen pass to the running back. They're finally able to stop him, and the defense is fooled a bit on that screen play. It's a solid gain for a 1st down.
Well, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards and a 1st down. I think in the process, Chris, they sent a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again. Somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Makes a quick grab. Hard running there, breaking tackles. They get him at the 42, good enough for a 1st down.
What a huge 3rd down conversion here for this offense. Nice job of being able to give the quarterback enough time. He finds the matchup that he wants, gets it to his man, and he does the rest.
The Bruins have 1st and 10 here. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Looks like he's going to run it. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And tackled after a small pickup there.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, UCLA. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, winding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is the national championship. And you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense. And that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Last possession produced a field goal. No doubt they're thinking touchdown this time. He's running out of time here. Throws a fastball, but it's intercepted. Can he take it all the way? Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
Caught quickly. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Trying the run, it's Fuller. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. They'll run it to the left. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kirk.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
See if they can convert the point after. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. It'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Tailback with another carry. Right down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
That's a huge gain. Stop finally made at the 43. The Wolverines come to the line in a hurry up. And in 1st down, they go right back to him. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Well, the defensive coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down play coming up. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Which toward the sideline finds the running back. And he's tackled after the catch.
Wow, they get positive yards here, but you have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
Tackle made at the 26, good enough for a first down.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Ball handed off. He shows off the juking ability, but not much room to run. It's a short game. And the Wolverines are in the red zone. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. And they'll use the ground game here.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Grab behind the line. It's Matthews. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Brought down at the 3-yard line, but this offense now has a first down and goal right there. Here we go, first and goal. A touchdown here gets them right back into this game. They'll try to run this one in. They'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now third down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A-gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
Fourth down now. Time for perhaps one more play before we hit the 2-minute warning. So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. It's 4th and goal. Forget the chip shot. They're going for it on 4th down. And they're trying to punch it in here. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure, Kirk.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional in how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
Kickoff team's on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Bruins offense back out on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possession. And he's going to float this one to the right side. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
Chris, they come up with the incompletion, but I like the idea of stretching the defense. They can do so much to help out with your short to intermediate passing game, even if effective running game by making those safeties aware that you're willing to take a shot downfield.
And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. And he pulls in the catch. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. And the Bruins hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. First down, looking to throw the football. He'll take a deep shot here. Fired into a tight window and picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? Now the 40, the 30, inside the 10. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Michigan. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kurt.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows him what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
And that one will bounce. Back of the end zone, the offense will start at the 25. And the Bruins offense is back out on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Looking to throw it on first down. Bringing pressure. But the play loses yardage. Very tough second down coming up now.
Well, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All he can do is throw it to his back, and loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
After the first down loss, it's second and long for the 22. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down just to get everybody on the same page. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Football knocked loose in the backfield. It bounces past the sideline, out of bounds, and they avoid the turnover there. The Bruins will line up to punt it away. It's a low punt, won't travel very far. And the kick will be down just inside the 45.
The return team gives him plenty of room to be able to work. He's got a lot of positive yards. He's going to set his own offense with good field position, but instead he loses the ball and costs his team in the end.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And it's incomplete on a very quick throw.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Now the offense facing a third and long from their own 41. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
And the UCLA offense back out on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. And they get him down after the completion. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. Offense looking to throw the ball. He's escaping the pocket now. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Touchdown, UCLA. Just ran away from the defense.
Oh, this is how you start to get rolling. That's 2 touchdowns so far, and the more he gets fed, the more often he's going to cash in.
But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point makes it a 4-point game. important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. So it's first down, but they'll just kneel down before halftime here. Looks like the offense is content to run out the clock here and just take it to intermission. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Bruins will kick this away, start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. The offense looks fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play they've needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. Let's see if they can do it again.
Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Quick throw complete to the tight end. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
That's a nice completion here by this Michigan offense. And when Michigan is really clicking, you think about over the years, they've been efficient within that passing game, being able to throw the football to complement a very physical running game. Nice play.
Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop it.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Third down, out of the shotgun. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
They've converted both previous fourth down attempts, so why not try to make it 3 for 3? And he'll set up to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. And he's swarmed by the pass rush, a sack to end this drive.
That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open, and result is a sack and a turnover on downs.
An inside give now from the shotgun. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent game. Moves the ball to the 33.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Catch made on the right side. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Man, this wide receiver has been a difference maker in this football game. He's got 2 touchdowns already. Now they look to him again, and he picks up the first down.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. The gain is 2 yards, so it's second and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that one.
And the Bruins are in the red zone now. Handoff to the single back. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Well, I feel like they call that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Running play called on third and short. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's fourth down. The Bruins will look to convert here on fourth down. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Can't connect downfield, incomplete, and a turnover on downs.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this fourth down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Last possession, they were stopped on fourth down, but it didn't cost them anything. And they put together something here.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the handoff. Just trucks the man. He shreds the tackle. Stopped short of the 25, but it's enough to move the sticks.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to...
And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Going the other way, can they stop him? That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Well, it looks like somebody did a great job of preparing himself to get ready for this football game. It's his second interception in this game so far. Obviously reviewed the tape and is locked in on his fundamentals. That's a big-time player making big-time plays.
It's the running back in the flat. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a gain, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. How important was that touchdown, Kirk? It's now a 2-possession game here in the second half.
It's a great job of this offense with their execution and having situational awareness here in the second half. They now have, as you said, Chris, this 2-possession lead. They got a great chance to finish it off and get a win.
They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. extra point makes the lead 11. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away.
UCLA 25, Michigan 17.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. That's strong coverage, though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line.
Michigan Wolverines will take over 1st and 10.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pass not complete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
2nd and 10 here. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. On the run, he'll let it go. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
Next, the end of the 3rd quarter with the score UCLA 28, Michigan 17.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Now here's the toss play. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Boy, Chris, this drive looked outstanding until they got into the red zone. Seems like the wheels have come off. 3rd down and long makes it very tough to execute in the red zone. Now let's see what they come up with here on this 4th down play.
Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive. And they add to their lead.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Pressure is coming. He's hit as he throws it. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. The Wolverines come up to the line in a hurry-up. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And looking to throw now on 1st down. The freshman's able to get home with a sack.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense. And it is. It's become an offensive game. But how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to get after this quarterback. That's this.
And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the UCLA offense is back out on the field. After a field goal the last time out, we'll see what they can get here. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover. Breaks clear over the right side. Can they chase him down? Wolverines. A fumble return for 6.
Oh, it's your worst nightmare if you're a quarterback. They bring the blitz, he doesn't recognize it, ball goes on the ground. Defense does a great job of picking this thing up. That's exactly what they hope for. Catch the quarterback off guard, it works out, and it gets them a touchdown.
Trying to create outside the pocket now. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
And they're already up big in this game, and now they're taking shots downfield. They're just looking to pour it on right now. Still throwing the football, and vertical shots to boot.
The Bruins looking to cash in this red zone trip. Back in motion now. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. The freshman is brought down after a really solid run there.
Good call here by the offense to be able to pick up this first down. And Chris, it makes you wonder, with under 3 minutes to go in this game and trailing, the defense sitting back in their base. I thought they might be in a little bit more of an aggressive mindset.
Football comes out. Defense falls on the ball. Crucial takeaway.
This offense just blew an opportunity. Have a nice lead here in the second half with the football. The last thing you want to do is turn it over, and they put the ball on the ground and now give your opponent a chance to get right back in this game.
Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks. The Wolverines hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Well, it's another positive play, but man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So
testing the defense with a throw downfield. And the deep shot falls incomplete, but wait, there is a flag on the play, so we'll check that out. The officials make the easy call. Quarterback was well past line of scrimmage before throwing the ball. Second down play coming up for this offense. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
The pass rush closing in. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Receiver in motion now. Fourth down, he's throwing for it. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, Michigan. No chance to catch him. Here we go, national championship game, fourth quarter, one possession game, Kirk. Let's see who's going to step up.
Well, the stakes can't get any bigger. The offense has done their job to give themselves a chance. But what about their opponent? What about the other side? How will they handle this pressure? Late in the game, they still have the lead. I want to see what their plan of attack is and how aggressive they might be willing to be.
The extra point gets him within a touchdown, 31-24. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over.
UCLA offense will take over first and 10.
And the UCLA offense takes the field. The last possession ended in a fumble, and that set up a touchdown. So they got to bounce back from that right away.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
They'll work the clock here with the running game. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, with the lead here, this is where you want to just take your time. The defense, as we know, they are looking to do anything they can to create an aggressive play to try to create a turnover. So you got to work that clock, but also protect the football. I'm sure the coach right now is preaching to all his guys and reminding them about ball security at this point in the game.
Crucial play for both offense and defense. We'll see what we get here on 3rd and 4. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Here's the throw deep downfield. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Boy, a questionable call there on 3rd down. I know they don't convert, but why not run the ball? Keep the clock moving, especially working with the lead in the 4th quarter. Now you got a big decision here on 4th down and short.
And the Bruins will line up to punt it away. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. And off the bounce, that punt will roll out of bounds. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. He'll hand it off. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. We reach the 2-minute warning now. Can this offense come away with a late comeback victory? 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. He'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook?
Oh, man, Chris, I really thought this offense had a chance to get back into this game. The only thing you hate to see is the interception. But give credit to the defense. They come up with a big play that potentially ices the game.
And here's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Gets some space around the 30. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
He hands it off from the gun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. And the offense will just take a knee. That's it. It's official. We have our national champions. With the last team standing at the top of the mountain for national champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. As you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
Well, that's it. Dramatic punctuation to another outstanding season of college football. For Cliff Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. They are official, your kings of college football and national champions, the UCLA Bruins.